Okay, quick video for, that is some spicy waifu right there. What is that? That is what you could win if you comment below this video, you like and you subscribe. If I see the subscriber little icon in the comment, I'm gonna go ahead and drag you, drop you in the wheel, spin it up in a later video, and you get the one dynamic, one planar, very spicy waifu Dinko. That might be the name, it might be something else. If you can't wait, you can get this one that I've got right here. It says engineering sample, it's final tuning, or you can wait a little bit and I'll get you the one that's fully wrapped up. This is so far working very fine. The other people are getting their stuff already. It's arrived or it's on the way. So this is a lot of winning right here. So like, comment, subscribe. This is a video for it's gonna be a quick one. This is the Harmonic Dyne Athena. It's 50mm, kind of semi-open back, and that is the Zeus. That's more open back, 50mm beryllium coat. $350, I think $179 to $200, I believe is what that is. I wanna go ahead and take a look at the frequency graph. We won't stay here too long, but let's make a couple of things clear. That's Tech Power Up's graph. I didn't ask him for permission. I will say, if you want to get information and details about everything from graphics cards to headphones, go check out Tech Power Up. There we go. VSG, thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't ask him. You see that at 100 hertz, around 80 hertz, really clearly, the Zeus is falling off. And I know what you're thinking. Wow, if that was an IEM, I would walk away immediately. Think about that for a second. This is actually a driver that is not stuck in your ear and fully isolating and eliminating outside ambient noise. This is a driver outside of your ear with a lot of space and ambient noise coming in. It's actually more audible and de-emphasized on headphones than it would be on an earphone. So there's that. So if you wouldn't buy this, if you bought this and you EQ'd it, that's another thing. I don't EQ and I don't recommend stuff to other people that they need to EQ. So the Harmonic Dyne Zeus, you see that it goes all the way to the gain. It's boosted up really around 300 hertz more than anything else. Both of these sets do that, but the sub bass is balanced up on the Athena. The Athena is the best tune that they've done so far. And the Zeus is puzzles me. Absolutely puzzles me. Let's go ahead and take a look at some music real quick and then we'll move along. Menace to Society soundtrack. Starting with the 808 Roland, Pack Like Sardines, Tupac, Violin, Kill Jill, Massive Attack Angel, all of those things that I just talked about, the deck mix, 808 Roland type stuff, all of that stuff sounds audibly de-emphasized on the Zeus and it sounds proper on the Athena. Time correct, do a whole system, everything is set up perfectly like you like, and then go behind the subwoofer and just turn it down halfway for no apparent reason. That's kind of what the Zeus sounds like, and the Athena sounds like you actually got your bass and everything you like it. It's not on the level of something like the Hi-Fi Man HES V2, but it is a good set, and the bass does sound proper. It does play what I just mentioned in a way that I expect. It does rumble, it does vibe on those tracks, whereas the Zeus doesn't do that at all. As we get into bass guitar, Sultans of Swing, Black Sabbath, which is a total mess, and other bass guitar parts, the bass replay is good. It is getting in the way of Mark Knopfler. This is what happens when you've got mid bass kind of boosted up like that, especially when you've got a dip at where the fundamentals and the harmonics are kind of separating, 1.5 roughly like that. It's a kind of bloated replay on both of these sets, but the way that the sub bass is kind of balancing that out is audible to the ear in a more pleasant replay. So bass guitar is blooming into the vocals of Mark Knopfler. It is audible, but it sounds better overall because the bass sounds complete instead of two of the strings being really kind of cut off on the set that's on the right, and on the Athena they're actually doing good. So if you're really sensitive about bass bleeding into the vocals, both of these sets would be something to kind of think about, but the overall tuning of the Athena is far greater. But that effect of having bass that goes all the way to 1.5K, it's really the same on both of the sets. So the quality of the bass guitar is better on one, but it's not ideal on either one of them. The drums, it's the same as on both of these sets, and it's also the same kind of problem. On the Zeus, John Bonham's produced intro on When the Levee Breaks is odd on the Zeus, and on the Athena it sounds completely what I'd expect. Authoritative, rumbling, too energetic really on the Athena, maybe for a lot of people. On the Zeus, it's very, very skewed because some of it's actually missing. So the bass guitar and the drums are both pretty good on the Athena and not really that good on the Zeus. This is with my library, and I'm being specific with you. You can look at the albums and go listen at your leisure. Vocals, Fleetwood Mac, Chris Cornell, Madonna, stuff like that. Really everything in my library. Just swipe through. The vocals sound pushed up because the mid-bass tuning of this set. There's a lot of mid-bass, and that's going to impact male vocals, and it's going to really impact female vocals. If you're somebody that likes something like the Moondrop Variations, where you really like the cleanliness of a tucked bass, neither of these sets would be what you'd be looking for. But I want to do this video because the Athena is clearly the best tuned harmonic dyne to date. It would have been nice if they used the driver that was in the Zeus, because to the ear that sounds like it's got better res to my ear. So vocals are pretty good. They're not ideal on either one of these sets, but I would pick the Athena, and it's also the more affordable set. On the strings for Vivaldi, Piano Concerto number 1, which is not a piano, it's actually violins. It actually sounds pretty good. There is an extra bit of energy on the violins that is not present on tuning that is I'm listening to with IEMs most of the time. Listening to the Sasvar, which I have, or again that Hi-Fi Man, it's a much better replay than it is on either of these sets. But again, because there's no really big black sucking hole in the sub bass, I would take the Athena over the Zeus. I'll go ahead and put this to bed and look at the Graphophone Montura and remind you that that's not something you would take with an IEM. Nobody that watches this channel, and you got to consider headphones as being more emphasizing these things, especially the bass. If you get a loose fit on your IEM, what's going to happen? The bass is going to fall away, right? Now, if you take the driver out of your ear and you put it in a 50mm frame and blow it up, and then you put it in a chassis that's got lots of venting around it and ambient noise, that's going to make that fall off sound more prominent than it would on an IEM. So if you're allergic to stuff that doesn't have sub bass, absolutely stay away from the Zeus. Draw more towards the Athena. Or if you do EQ, you would get the Zeus because it's a better driver, and then just EQ up the sub bass. I could get some people doing that. I just simply don't do that. So I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Not a bad set. First one that actually gets a video, I believe, on this channel from Harmonic Dyne. And again, like, comment, subscribe for the Spicy Waifu. And I can't believe people actually like that set. It blows my mind. And I'm out.